Welcome to this tutorial on the Fullheight Slider in Anthem. So here I am on the page and I have my Fullheight Slider here going across two different slides. I wouldn't recommend much more than 2 or 3. A lot of research shows that less than 2% of folks see past the second slide. And my personal opinion is maybe just lead off with your best content and not have a slider. For this case, maybe save a slider for a photo gallery or something. That way the user is always guaranteed to see your main content, especially on a home page. If I load the home page and I'm distracted and then I come back and I see slide 2 or 3, but you really wanted me to see slide 1, maybe not even have a slider. But it's included with Anthem here, so I'm going to show you how to achieve it. The easiest way would be to import the demo content and then just go to the home page and right click and copy this Fullheight slider and then paste it on your other page. But if you're building one from scratch, then there are a couple things that you'll need to do. First off, you'll need to go to the full width slider module and add a class of Anthem Fullheight Slider to the module. Add that class, and then also down in the main element, you want to add this height 100 VH. You don't want to add that code exactly how you see it there. And that should be it. And what that's going to do, I'll show you the height for the Fullheight slider here. So I'm gonna find Fullheight here. Here we go. So here's the slider info here. I also have to have the 100 VH here, and that's why if you add the Anthem Fullheight slider, you'll be all right. Also, I guess here on the section module, you have to add Anthem slider. So 2 CSS classes. One right here, section module, Anthem slider, and then on the actual slider module, you add the Anthem Fullheight slider as well as the code there. Sorry about that. And so here is where I'm setting the font size, and I'm taking off the text shadow. So you can change that if need be. I realize the 110 pixels is pretty large, but that's what I wanted that Anthem to be. And that's for the slide title. And then I'm also changing the hover of the arrows to be 50% transparent, and you can mess with that value as well. And then on smaller screens, 980 pixel screens, I'm dropping the font size and changing the font weight. Same with the content, and then I'm doing that on tablet and mobile here too. So you can take those off if you don't want to, or you can remove all the title CSS and just have your control all the CSS in your slider. But at that point, then I would say just make a new slider, and then just add the custom CSS, and you should be good to go. So that is how you work the Fullheight slider. Again, just due to the customizations of this, most of the customizations are going to be done in here. So for example, and this is going to keep changing here because I have it changing automatically. But you'll see on my title here that I'm telling it to do 110, and if I take this down to smaller sizes, like an iPad for example, then it's dropping down to 90. And so all of those customizations are just right. So basically this is saying, hey, if the screen is smaller than 980, use 90 pixels. If it's smaller than 767, which 768 is kind of where the iPad sits, then change it to 80. And then there's the last couple mobile ones. So if it's under 650, do 48, and it's under 425, do 32. And that's how we get the changing font sizes. Usually you can do them in the module. You can I could go in here and for my font size here, if I change this, I'll get this option for tablet and smartphone. But for this example, I wanted to have total control over the font sizes on the different devices and screen width. So that is how you work the full height slider in Anthem.